for the night, sightseeing polite, I'm going. Wow for the night, sightseeing polite, I'm going.
During the development of many games, ideas are flung left, right and center. Many of these ideas make it into the final game, whereas many don't. They're just scrapped, wiped and deleted. Some of these unused ideas still remain in the game's code, but just remain unused. Today, we're going to be looking at the removed content of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. A version of the Kingdom Key D known as the Light Seeker, and if you guys don't know what the Kingdom Key D is, it's basically King Mickey's Keyblade that he uses in the Kingdom Hearts series. It's basically like the Kingdom Key, only the fact that it's like gold. It was going to be called the Light Seeker, and it was going to be an equipable Keyblade for Ventus, but however, for some reason it was scrapped. What's interesting is it still remains in the game's code, fully textured and whatnot, and basically you can access it via some sort of cheat code. Pleakley from the original Lilo and Stitch movie was set to make an appearance in the Deep Space world, which is the Lilo and Stitch world for Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. He was meant to make an appearance in that world, but for unknown reasons he was just deleted. What's interesting is his model still remains in the game's code, but however he's just like untextured and stuff, but his model's there, and this is a picture of it. Pretty interesting, and it's unknown why he was deleted. Originally, at the very beginning of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep's development, there was going to be an actual story element for the Mirage Arena. Basically, it was going to be leaded and organized by Laguna Lore. I don't know if I said that right, but he is from Final Fantasy VIII, and he was going to appear as the head of the arena. Basically, what came down to be is Square Enix decided if they wanted Laguna Lore to be in Dissidia 012 Final Fantasy, then they didn't want to make him in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, so they decided that they wanted him to appear in Dissidia rather than Birth by Sleep, so they ultimately just cut him out of the final version of Birth by Sleep. What's real interesting is there is no trace of him in the game's code, so there's no like untextured models or anything. So this was, rather than an actual thing that they made, it was more of an idea. I think it would have been interesting. I don't know anything about this character as I don't play the Final Fantasy games, but for a story element to be in the game for the Mirage Arena, I think that would have been a really cool idea. And I think Birth by Sleep needs a few more Final Fantasy characters, but all in all, it didn't make the game, and that's what happened. Aqua's design has been altered since 2009. If you guys have a look at Aqua now, you can notice that there are some clear differences between the picture that you see on screen now and the Aqua that you see in game. Now, the main changes is basically the back of Aqua. If you see in the original model and design of Aqua, her back is left uncovered and stuff like that. I suppose Square decided for censorship reasons that they needed to cover her up. So they, I suppose, put more coverage over her back. Also, in the final version of her, her eyes are more darker as well as her hair. There are a ton of different pictures in early trailers that show off basically the characters in different world areas where they can't actually access in the final game. An example of this is in one of the trailers. It shows that Terra is actually standing at the cottage in the Dwarf Woodlands, and Ventus in the palace courtyard at the Castle of Dreams. Basically, in the final game, you can't actually access these areas. Ventus can't access the palace courtyard at the Castle of Dreams, and Terra can't access the cottage at the Dwarf Woodlands. Only Ventus can access the cottage. So maybe back then they were deciding, the characters can explore the whole entire world rather than just set areas, whereas different characters, can explore only certain areas. But then I suppose when the games was finally developed and all that, they're like, you know what, we want to make it so there's some sort of different feel when you play as the character when it comes to exploring the worlds. So yeah. And finally, the most and biggest thing they removed from Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep is an entire world, and what's so interesting about this is the fact that they actually fully developed this world. Well, not fully, but like there's heaps of different areas in this world that are like quite obviously developed really nicely. Textures and everything are there, and then there are some other parts of this world, some other areas that are untextured. This world was meant to be the Jungle Book world. You guys can see it playing on screen right now, and I don't take claim for this video, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little gameplay. But Square was obviously considering having the Jungle Book as a playable world, and they obviously went through with that because they developed many of the areas for the Jungle Book world fully detailed and textured. I don't really know what happened to it. Not really many people are that aware of what happened to it. For some reason they got rid of it, and it's unknown why. I think it would have been a really cool world because it looks like they did a really good job with it, but it still remains in the game's code. So you guys can actually visit this world by using a room mod code, which would be used with like Action Replay or something like that. But anyway, guys, that is all I have time for today. Next episode will be the removed content of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and that is the final removed content video for my Kingdom Hearts series. Anyway, I will be carrying on my removed content series, but I'll be pushing it into different games such as Super Mario, maybe Jak and Daxter. I really want to cover those childhood games and the removed content of them. But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys like this series, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. Helps me out a lot. And to keep up with all my latest videos and content, I am just stuffing my words up today. It's really not good. But as I was saying, if you guys want to keep up with all my latest content, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later. Peace.